mind me, I'm just filling up my meth.
Now on to the main point of this upload, which unfortunately isn't something that's very pleasant. It's not really great news, and that is the fact that a vehicle wrap is coming off, and you can guess which one it is. No, it's not the Duramax. Yes, I trolled you, but we do have to take the wrap off of the C4 Corvette. Now, I have a big plan with this car coming up for the call out on the 28th, and there's a couple of different directions I want to go with the car, but it doesn't matter because any direction I do go, whatever I decide, at the end of the day, the wrap is just not going to work. When you have a car that doesn't have body panels on it, you're really not going to need a wrap. So with that being said, let's go ahead and remove the War C4 Flying Tiger wrap. It was a great run. I had a ton of fun with it. Only about a month and a half at the most, and it took a month. Took a month to wrap it, and I only had it on for like a month and a half. But you know, it is time. It's not really time. Had the car not blown up, the wrap would be staying for a lot longer, but I can't control that. I'm thinking this isn't going to take that long because the prep on the wrap wasn't that great, so it shouldn't stick, and Pat did it, so hopefully he didn't really do it that good. And people give poor Pat a lot of shit, but he did a great job. This was his first vehicle wrap, and it's not a great vehicle to do a wrap on. There's a lot of cracks in the fiberglass, there's a lot of paint missing, you know, there's a lot of things that make it not the most ideal wrap candidate. And you know, the whole point of the car was for him to get some practice on a vehicle before working on a real customer's car. I guess I'm not a real customer. It looks kind of cool with just the mouth and the red. I like that. The hardest part is getting it started. Once you do that, the rest all comes into play. Normally when I make one of these wrap removal videos, I have to say something like, well, I know a lot of people are going to be sad to see it go, and I'm sad to see it go too, which I am this time, but the difference is this time, I don't think a lot of people are going to be upset that this wrap is going. It's no secret that overall I think people liked the concept, but they didn't like the execution. The last panel. I can hardly believe it myself. I'm done. Now I'm done. All things considered, I mean, if you ignore this shit and that shit and this kind of shit, you know, the paint is actually in pretty good shape and it looks great, especially with these new wheels. I mean, I remember when I first got the car, it had those old style wheels on it. I believe the actual name was called the Piles of Shit. So, you know, the new style salad shooters look a lot better on the car and make the car look better overall. It almost makes me feel bad that I'm going to destroy it. No, it doesn't. We're gonna do a Q&A in a second, but I wanna give you an update on this box right here. It is a new mod for the 2017 Z06 from Innovators West, as you can see, which I'm sure some people will know exactly what that is, but that's going on the car shortly. Up at Andy's Diablo Formula Racing, and we have 2 other parts going on the car as well. Again, this is all for the call-out event. But anyway, let's move on to that Q&A. I am sorry that I know the content hasn't been too exciting lately. The problem is I'm actually moving here in about 2 weeks, so you're gonna see a brand new Street Speed 717 home base, so to speak. And I do all this shit during the day, and before it wasn't a big deal because I could come home at 4 or 5 o'clock and I would have daylight for hours. Now I get home at 4 or 5 o'clock and I have like an hour left of daylight to film, but as soon as I'm into the new place and everything's settled, definitely have a lot of exciting stuff coming up, as well as, I mean, all this preparation for the event on the 28th. I mean, it's going to be fucking crazy. I do, however, want to touch on the event real quick, because in the video last night with Andy, I said the event was not open to the public, and what I meant was that it wasn't open to the public so that anybody could bring their car and race. It is open to the public. Anybody can come. It doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber or not, anybody, and we encourage everybody to come. We want to see thousands of people out there, and I think it's not going to be a problem. With the people we have coming, it's just going to be insane. Again, Salamandrin, Cletus McFarland, Parker from Vehicle Virgins, just about everybody on YouTube you can can think of is coming to this event and racing their cars. It's going to be great, as well as some big people on Instagram. We have 30 spots this time, so more people racing. And for anybody wondering, the spots are pretty much filled up. I've been talking with a couple hundred people, honestly, and it's definitely a clusterfuck, but not nearly as big of a clusterfuck as last time. It's going a lot better, so it's going to be awesome. So definitely come out if you can. The price is $20 to get into the track this time. Used to be 10. Reason being is because they have like triple the staff this time, so it's going to be worth the extra $10. I mean, it's just $20 anyway, but it's going to be worth it. And last time we had a line that was like 2 miles long, and people were waiting 2 hours plus to get into the event. So again, this time everything's going to be a lot more efficient. Everybody is more than welcome to come. We want to see as many people out there as possible. Come hang out, enjoy the weather, and enjoy a great day of racing. I will have all of the info for the event down below in the description, like the time, date, and place. Moving on to the Q&A. Holy shit, we got 230 questions in 7 minutes. That might be a new fucking record. This is going to be pretty fun, I think. A lot of cool questions, a lot of questions about the call out, which you know, we just went over a lot of info. But here we go. Society says first, like. Robert Chadwick says first. Now you can't both be first. Grant Palace says, what's the next car? You shall see, but it's not going to be a Corvette. Well, the ZR1, but the next car other than that, not going to be a Corvette. Dominic Kovasari, Mike, check your inbox, please. I know, man, it's rough. I get about 1,000 messages a day on Instagram, then on YouTube, then emails. It's fucking, I need like a secretary or something. Garrett Tompkins, why did you stop the Prerunner build on the Blue 71? Ultimately, I just, if you don't know, way back in the day, I started my channel with the 2006 Silverado, just my pickup truck. And before I did all the crazy shit that I can do now. But I was originally going to do a Prerunner build on that truck, and ultimately I wanted a diesel really bad. I could never afford one. Then when it became more realistic for me to buy one, I was like, well, I should just hold off, get the diesel, and then modify that. And that's basically what happened to the Prerunner build. But you can go back. I still have quite a few videos on the old truck if you'd like to check those out. Maple Fed, has the government made you file a permit for all those bald eagles you keep at the house? No, no exotic animal permits. Not yet, anyway. Gavin Jared, what's your favorite movie? The Bourne series, by far. But that's my favorite series of movies. My favorite movie of all time would have to be Batman The Dark Knight. The Joker, Heath Ledger in that role is just, and I know it's like so stereotypical, oh, the Joker in that role and everything, but that movie is one that I can truly watch, like, endlessly. And I've watched that movie at least 20 times, and I still can watch it again and enjoy it. That's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Well, it is the best to me, but one of the best movies I think ever made. And I wish more superhero movies were like that, like The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, where they have that dark realism. You know, I like the Avengers and all that shit, but I don't like when it gets too comic booky, you know, and some people like that, and that's fair. So, you know, don't cater just to me. But, you know, like the first Iron Man, I really liked. And then the second one was okay, and then the third one, it just got worse and worse. And I think they made 4. I don't even remember what the hell the last one was. But I really like when those superhero movies are somewhat realistic. About as realistic as you can make a fucking Batman movie. See, Goat17, will you ever get a new Duramax, but keep the old one? Yes, eventually I would like to get a 2017, the new L5P. I'm just kind of waiting for them to come down in price. I don't need a new truck right now, so I'm not going to rush into anything. I'm too busy buying cars. Andrew Slosher, what is happening with Third Gear? Third Gear is a program that I used to make loosely based on well, I wouldn't say loosely, pretty much a copy, but we didn't want to copy them, we just wanted to do our own thing, but based on the format of Top Gear, where Nick, Troy, and I would go out and do a challenge. The last video we made, I'll put a link down below, we raced my Corvette versus the train to Philadelphia. Great video. I loved it. Nick worked really hard on the edit, and he did a great job, and Troy and everybody. I mean, we had a ton of fun making it, but unfortunately, it didn't get a lot of views. And it didn't really make us any money. And not that we wouldn't do it just for fun, we'd like to, but if something isn't making us money, the most valuable thing is our time. So we would have to do that then on our own time and take away from the videos that actually are, you know, our bread and butter and whatnot. So it's kind of like we still want to make them, but we wanted it to be a really big thing, and it just didn't really work out that way. And maybe it was just the wrong time, I'm not sure, but we'll revisit Third Gear at some point in the future. Here we go. Fred6631, would you ever consider going turbo for the Vet one day? I don't think so. I'm more of a fan of superchargers myself. Turbos are cool. Like if I had a Huracan, hint, I would do a twin turbo build on that. But honestly, even that, you know, Parker's experience with the whole twin turbo bullshit, and now he has this VF supercharger working so well for him. It's really kind of changed my mind on that one as well. TJ Rocks 24, would you rather have a Challenger Hellcat or a Charger Hellcat if you had to choose? Well, I had a Challenger Hellcat back in the day. You can check out those videos if you haven't seen them. About a year and a half ago, I had a Challenger Hellcat. But if I could go back and do it again, or if I was in the market for a vehicle like that, I would get the Charger just because, well, now I would get the Demon. But I would get the Charger because you don't see Charger Hellcats very often, but you see a lot of Challenger Hellcats. Hayden J27, should I do a drag build with my Miata? I don't think so. Miata is not like a drag car. Of course, who am I to talk? Corvette's not a drag car either, but that's like a autocross type of car. Nicole's Peppers, what do you think about the newer GMC 2500 Duramaxes? I like them a lot. I don't think you can go wrong with any new diesel truck. The only one I really hate, and I don't hate it, but I just would never in a million years buy, is the fucking Nissan Titan. I really can't fathom why anyone would buy one. Blows 45 Raptor, question mark. Raptor. Finesse 11, when is the Arctic Max getting performance upgrades? I'm keeping it the way it is. I was gonna go do like a crazy turbo build on it, but a twin build on it. But I really like having at least one vehicle that is reliable. I can wake up every day, drive it, and not have to worry about it breaking. So I think the Duramax is going to stay right where it's at right now. PL2_03. What is next for the Duramax? Nothing big. You know, we got some little things coming, but it's going to stay right where it's at for a while, like I just said, and the wrap just got done. So are you and Andy secretly dating? Morgan Browning, when are you going to wrap the Vet now? I plan on wrapping it very soon. It's going to be wrapped for the call out, but I'm not going to release the wrap until the call out. So you have to come and check it out, see it for yourself so that you can see it first. Fishing Ford and John Deere, do you think the Ford Bronco will return? People are saying that, but I don't really see a market for it. Like, there doesn't seem to be a market for an off-road type of SUV. The Jeep Wrangler kind of is in its own segment, and that kind of dominates that area. But I don't know. I'd like to see a Ford Bronco. I've always liked them. I think they're cool. But I'm really not sure if it's going to come back. And I'm not sure about this Ranger Raptor either. I'm not sure where that fits in because Colorado Z71 ZR2 or sorry, ZR2, not Z71. Colorado ZR2 sales haven't been like fantastic. They've been pretty good, but they haven't been like crazy, so I don't think there's really a huge market for a small size Raptor. Here's a good one to end on. This is from Mark Little 201. What's your favorite car TV show? My favorite car TV show is in fact Top Gear, and now the Grand Tour, because Top Gear is ruined. I saw my first episode when I was like 12 or 13 at a friend's house, and it was the Bolivia special where Jeremy had his Range Rover, James had the Suzuki Samurai thing, and Hammond had his FJ. And I was dying laughing the whole time. Jeremy cutting down trees in the rainforest and just all the shit they did in that episode. Still my favorite one, even after seeing all the other ones. And maybe I'm just sentimental about that one. But, you know, I always said as a kid, if I could do this for a job, like fuck around with cars all day for a living, and not necessarily supercars, old trucks, whatever it is, that would be a dream come true. And I pretty much get to do that. Now, I don't get to do a lot of the cool stuff they do, but I pretty much get to enjoy cars for a living, so thank you all for that. You know, I never thought in a million years that I would be in this position. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this upload, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you are stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.